When that happens, we have a refrigerated facility at our funeral home. Not many funeral homes have this. If a funeral home doesn't have this, they are required by law to either do the cremation, the burial within 72 hours, or if it goes beyond that, they have to embalm the body. Hi, I'm Scott Mueller of Mueller Memorial and Intera Green Burial by Mueller Memorial. Today, I'm going to talk about something that is a question that I get as a funeral director often. I get it a lot of times, and I've been reluctant to talk about it, but we're going to talk about what happens when a body dies. When a person dies, what happens to that body? How does decomposition start, and how does it accelerate? So, if you are queasy or if you are just a little triggered by something like this, I'm going to give you a warning. We're going to get into the weeds on this. I'm not going to get too gruesome, but I am going to tell you the truth because I get so many questions about this. It deserves a professional answer. So I'm licensed by the Department of Health. And the reason why I'm licensed by the Department of Health is because I am there to protect the public's health. When a person dies, that body becomes a different element. It starts to decompose almost immediately. Well, it does start to decompose almost immediately because there are biomes and microbes in our gut that actually start to reproduce uncontrollably. When we're alive, all of that is kept in stasis, it's kept in control. But when we die, it's uncontrollable. And so what usually happens first when somebody dies is that the blood will start to coagulate. You don't see this. It is something that when we embalm a body, we can tell that has happened, but the blood will start to coagulate right away because it isn't moving. There are clotting agents that are part of the blood. That's why we can get a cut and it bleeds and it stops bleeding shortly after because the clotting agent will start to do its job. But when a person dies, that control is gone, and so the clot starts to happen right away. In addition to that, the biomes in our gut will start to reproduce quickly, depending on the circumstances, depending on the environment, the heat, the humidity, the position of the body, that all those things go into this consideration. There may be a gassiness or a bloatedness that happens to the body. That happens pretty quickly. That can happen within hours and can be more accelerated than that. In addition to that, you can actually sometimes see on the belly of the person that you can see this decomposition. It'll start low in the bowel and come up, and you can almost see the skin on a smaller person. You can almost see that skin color change. Let's talk about the skin color. The skin does change after somebody dies because a couple of things happen that make a lot of sense. Number one, our heart is not pumping, and our heart puts blood volume through all of our limbs, through our face, through all of our skin. When that stops, what happens is that the blood will go to the lowest point in our body, and usually our back, our rear end, backs of our legs, and it will stain that skin more cherry pink or purple. That's called livor mortis. That's where the blood has settled. Now, when that happens, the blood comes out of the face. And when it comes out of the face, it gives less volume to the face. Plus, there's no muscular expression at all. The truth is, even when we sleep, we are using our muscles. Our eyes, our mouth are held shut by muscles. When somebody dies, our eyes are open generally, and our mouth is open because those muscles are completely relaxed. And so these are the typical things that happen first. In addition to that, if it goes on even further, the skin can start to blister because a lot of the fluid that is within the body now will start to find its way out. And when it does, the skin will start to blister. When that happens, the skin above it will start to slip. When that happens, that's advanced decomposition. When we see that, we have to stop that just as quickly as we can. We've got chemicals and processes in order to do that, and we halt that right away. Generally, this is never an issue because when a person is embalmed, we are able to replace the blood, with this formaldehyde solution, which is a preservative. That preservative forestalls that decomposition process. It doesn't stop it, but it puts it off for quite a while. Now, how long? I can't tell you. It's long enough. That's what I tell people. So increasingly, we're needing to wait 2, maybe 3 weeks before a funeral takes place. Can we preserve a body for that long? Absolutely, we can. Now, in green burial, which we do quite a bit of, we don't do any embalming. So there we have to be very careful about controlling the decomposition rate, because decomposition, as I said, starts right after death. When that happens, we have a refrigerated facility at our funeral home. Not many funeral homes have this. If a funeral home doesn't have this, they are required by law to either do the cremation, the burial, within 72 hours, or if it goes beyond that, they have to embalm the body. In our case, because we have a refrigeration, it goes on for 6 days. So because we can bring that body temperature down quite a bit, and we can slow the growth of biomes in the gut, we can slow that growth down dramatically by cooling the body. By doing that, we've got 6 days with which to get the burial accomplished. And during that time, the decomposition is slowed to a point where it's almost not noticeable. It doesn't mean that it is noticeable, it can be, but most times it is unnoticeable. And so it allows us this time to be able to do these 6 days. If somebody has been in the house and died and was unattended and was found 4, maybe 5 days later, generally that decomposition is so advanced that we're not able to have the family view that body, even privately. It just wouldn't be a positive thing for them. So because we're licensed by the state of Minnesota and I have this advanced training in mortuary science, I'm also using that as a judgment for whether a family would benefit from either viewing that body or not. If they're not going to benefit from it, we're not going to encourage it. But generally, we're able to always have a situation where a family can have a private viewing of that body before either the cremation, the aquamation, the terramation, or the burial takes place. And so we're very tuned to that. Plus, we've got the skill set to be able to manage this decomposition and put it off for the time of that it takes for us to do the funeral. Now, lately, we've been doing a couple of green burials, where they're kind of green hybrid burials, where the person was not embalmed, but buried within the time frame and still buried in a normal casket and in a normal cemetery. And we can accomplish all of this. So all of this is to say that decomposition happens whether the body is embalmed or not. It just happens faster. And sometimes our skill set is really about managing that process, whether the body is embalmed or not. Again, an important thing, if you're looking at green burial, always ask the question, do you have refrigeration facilities on site? Because if they don't, then they're not able to do this in the way that is in the best public interest and the public health. There you go. That's decomposition.